right, good morning, everybody. We're back, and my name is Brad Jessen. I'm Vice President of Development here at the Rescue Mission, and I'm joined on the bench by Betsy Boudreau. She is our Corporate Philanthropy Officer here at the Mission, and she's just such a great advocate for our organization out in the community, and we want to just have a quick chat with Betsy. And Betsy, if you could just share a little bit about what brought you to the mission.
Thanks, Brad. I've loved being here, every minute of it. I've been here almost 7 years, and I've always had a heart for people experiencing homelessness and people who are hungry and out on the street and nowhere to go. And when this position opened up, I just felt so lucky to be able to interview and be a part of this team. It's such a wonderful environment for the guests who we serve, as well as our staff, our volunteers. So that's what brought me to the mission. I've been in the nonprofit world a long time at a lot of really great nonprofits, but I have to say this is the best one.
Awesome. Yeah, great. Hey, if you could just share a little bit about your role as Corporate Philanthropy Officer. I mean, what does kind of the day-to-day look like for you, and how do you reach out in the community to bring companies and employees and others into the mission?
Well, corporate philanthropy is so important to our bottom line and to being able to partner with companies all around town, all around Colorado, as well as Colorado Rockies and the Denver Nuggets. We're just so lucky to be able to be in that position, and we have such a great platform for companies to be able to come in and volunteer at any of our shelters, whether it's to serve a meal or to help us in our warehouse. So we're so lucky that as a nonprofit, we've got that kind of platform. So companies come in, it's a great team building exercise, and from there they find out about, gosh, maybe I could financially support the organization as well. And we have a little turkey on every table.
Got the turkey leg here.
Which is one of our biggest events for the year. And we try to raise over $200,000 every year so that we can purchase over 15,000 turkeys that we then distribute to our community in need, to families and to partnering agencies such as other nonprofits and churches, so that they can give the turkeys to their community as well. So that's really one of our biggest events as far as corporate sponsorship and corporate philanthropy. And then we just try to keep the companies engaged throughout the years so that they continue to come back to volunteer. You know, time, talent, and treasure, just as you mentioned earlier this morning, it's so important. So we're lucky. This Denver Rescue Mission, we have a lot of companies who just give because they love what we do. So we're able to really reach out to so many. So we're lucky that we've got that kind of donor base here at the mission.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about the turkey drive. I know you mentioned 15,000 turkeys is typically our goal. When do we get kicked off here? I know Thanksgiving is coming. We're all starting to make our Thanksgiving weekend plans, but how does that play out here at the mission? And especially how do those companies, if there's somebody listening today that wants to get involved, like how does that turkey drive actually work?
So when you become a sponsor, which is so important because that's what helps us purchase the turkeys to give away to our families in need and people, we offer lots of volunteer activities, which is a lot of fun. So when you're a sponsor, you'll be able to help us at the downtown mission at 2222 Lawrence Street. It's an outside activity, and we toss turkey. The public comes into the gated parking lot, and sometimes they bring one turkey, sometimes they bring a truckload of turkeys, frozen turkeys. So we will be doing that this year from Friday, November 21st through Tuesday, November 25th, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if anyone wants to drop off a frozen turkey, they can do it then. We also have a wonderful event where we distribute, it's called Thanksgiving Banquet in a Box at Empower Field, where we have more than 3,500 families come up, and we're able to give them a frozen turkey and then a box with all the trimmings. So those are just some of the opportunities for companies to get involved, and they love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think you mentioned it, but I mean, the motto for so many years for our turkey drive here is a turkey on every table. And I know that you wholeheartedly believe in that, and that every family, across the Front Range deserves and really should have a dignified Thanksgiving celebration. And so the way that the mission has been able to do that over the years is just incredible. And we can only do it through the support of our corporate sponsors, the community at large. Again, those families that, they go to King Soopers, they buy one turkey for themselves, get a second one, and come drop it off down at the mission is just, it's heartwarming for me. I know for you as well. It's a big part now of my Thanksgiving tradition every year in our family. It's just kind of part of our DNA. Here at the mission has been for so many years. So thank you for what you do to make that possible and reaching out to our corporate partners and other businesses and offering the opportunity for them to step up and help us put a turkey on every table every year.
Bet.
So, well, Betsy, I know you've been here for 7 years. Can you share with us or share with me just a little bit about your some of the unique corporate gifts that have kind of come across our table or come across your desk over the years, and how you've been able to just talk to companies? And I know there's been some unique gifts, especially during COVID. So could you share a little bit about what that looked like?
Sure. We have a lot of companies who give us what we call gifts in kind. And so, gosh, Capital Grill gives us hundreds of pounds of steak, which is such a blessing. And Coremark, they give us 8 to 10 pallets almost every week, which really affects the bottom line. Then we don't have to go out and purchase all that food because, as you know, we serve up to 3,000 meals every day at all of our locations combined. So all of these gifts really help. Boyer's Coffee, they give us a ton of coffee. I think we go through 2,000 cups a week or a day. I don't know. It's a lot. And
we're the biggest caterer in town, right? I mean,
absolutely.
This is how it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Sail Fish Company that's right across the street here from where we're sitting right now. I know that they regularly are dropping off fish and other products. And,
they are. So it goes all across the board as far as what people donate. And lots of companies will host a food drive or a clothing drive for us, which is so important. Right now I'm reaching out to companies asking them to host a drive, and can they donate a frozen turkey and then all the trimmings? Then I'm happy to go pick them up, or else they come to our warehouse and they're able to take a tour at that 55,000 square foot warehouse that, people come every day, Monday through Friday, dropping off clothes and different items so that we can then hand those out to the people we serve. So it's very gratifying.
Yeah, and I know you said you've been in the nonprofit community here in Denver for many years. Many years. We'll just leave it at that. But what in that time, I mean, what makes you proud to be a Denverite? Like, what have you seen in kind of the corporate marketplace? I think we always talk about it, and we've talked about this several times, like the Denver community. We do take pride in the partnerships that we're able to create, whether that's public-private or bringing communities or bringing corporations kind of into the fold. So, I mean, what have you seen over your many years of experience in Denver, and how's that different from other communities? How do you see that kind of play out in the work that you do?
Well, people really want to give back. They do, and they have good hearts, and especially here in Denver. I've been here since the late 70s and at various nonprofits, and people have such good hearts and really do want to give back. And again, that's why we're so lucky here at the mission to have the opportunity to be able to contact so many companies and get them engaged and involved. And they walk away feeling better about everything. And then so many times they'll get their families involved or their friends involved. And nowadays, because of Facebook and social media, we're able to reach out so much to be able to bring more and more people into our mission. So there's just, people have good hearts and they want to give back, and I feel very blessed to be able to be here and to be able to offer that to people.
That's awesome. I mean, Betsy, what else can you share with us in terms of your experience at the mission and seeing firsthand some of the lives that are changed? Are there any particular stories or moments that really stick out in your mind as kind of those mission moments?
Well, as you know, we have our New Life program, and so many of the men, they start working for us here, and when they tell you their stories of being down and out, and even families, single parent families we serve, of course, up to 100, and they've gone through some really tough times. And just like the story this morning, I think his name was Jay, and just down and out. And he could have taken the bus that went one way or the bus that went the other way. And we hear those stories all the time. And we're here to help them. So our department, we raise that money and raise those friends and funds because we want to help support the people that we serve. So there are so many stories of despair that have turned into hope, and the mission has made it possible. So,
yeah, that's awesome. And could you talk a little bit about, again, how a company could get involved, and what do the volunteer shifts actually look like? Time of day, how many people? I know that you set these up consistently, and kind of see the value and really allow those company groups to come in and do a volunteer shift. So what does that look like? What are the opportunities? We have so many different locations. How does that all come together?
We do have lots of opportunities. Again, we're so lucky to be able to offer that to our community. So the shifts, we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner 365 days a year. So when companies reach out to us or we reach out to companies, we send them all of that information. So we've got a breakfast shift, for example, downtown starts at 6:45 in the morning, goes to 8:30 a.m. We've got lunch 11:45 to 1:15 p.m. and dinner from 4:45 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And so our locations downtown, as well as we have a 24/7, as you know, at 48th Avenue. And the wonderful thing about that, and the men that we meet there, because it's 24/7, you know where you're going to eat every day and where you're going to lay your head, and that makes such a big difference. So our case managers are able to reach out to them and talk to them and try to get them out of the situation that they're in. So companies love to volunteer at 48th downtown. Right across the street, we have the Crossing, where New Life program participants live, as well as families. And so again, there's 3 opportunities, 365 days a year. We've got our Thanksgiving banquet coming up, which is very special to the people we serve at all of our locations. And the nice thing about that is our volunteers are able to take the meals to our guests at their tables. So that is such a nice feeling for everyone. We all get a lot out of it. So if a company wants to volunteer, they just need to contact the mission and they'll put them through to me, and I'm happy to take it from there.
Awesome. Yeah, and all that information's on our website too. All those shift times, all the different locations, what that all looks like. And you mentioned the Ministry Outreach Center, our warehouse, which again is about 2 blocks from where we're sitting. And it's an incredible facility. I just, I've been here for 10 years at the mission, and I just remember walking in the first time and thinking, like, this is an incredible operation. It's the warehouse operation on its own. It's kind of, in some ways, kind of the heartbeat of the logistics of running an organization like the mission. Like you mentioned, 3,000 meals, nearly every single day is kind of our meal count. So I know you spend a lot of time there. We have a lot of corporate groups that come through the Outreach Center as well and do some volunteer work there. But I mean, what are your thoughts about the Outreach Center? It's incredible.
It is. It's awesome. It is 55,000 square feet, full of clothing, full of food, full of so many things that people come and donate. In fact, I would post on our Facebook page in our neighborhood, just drop stuff off at my house and I'll take it to the warehouse. And my husband asks, have we become Goodwill? Because I'll come home and there'll be lots of bags of wonderful clothing. And just yesterday, coffee was sitting on my front porch to be able to take to the Crossing. So the warehouse, it is quite an operation, and they do a wonderful job. And within the warehouse, we have the client store, of course, and anyone can come Monday through Friday in the morning. First come, first serve, and it's not income based. Anyone can come, and they go into the client service store and they're able to shop for clothing as well as food. And then another part of the Outreach Center is the vehicle donation program, which I love. And most nonprofits have a vehicle donation program, but what's special about ours is that when a New Life program participant graduates, if they need a car, we're able to donate a car to them, which is just awesome because you need wheels to get around to be able to work. So it's a wonderful department, and we're always looking for donated cars. I donated mine, so it's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, Betsy, kind of as we wrap up, I want to say thank you to you for your service here at the mission and all the ways that you reach out to the community and especially our corporate partners and and get them involved, because we can't do this work without the community stepping up and filling all of the needs that we have as an organization, and how that plays out, and just impacting lives across this community. It's just awesome. So thank you for what you do.
You bet. It's an honor.
Final question. Again, how does somebody become involved in the turkey drive? I know that you've got your turkey leg, and it's so important to us.
We do have a turkey on every table. It really is a wonderful event. If they just call the mission at 303-297-1815, they will direct them right to me, and then I'm happy to take it from there and meet with them, take them on a tour, serve a meal, get involved. Makes a big difference.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Betsy, for coming on with us this morning. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back.
Thank you.